April 20 in 1889 in Verona, Upper Austria. He is the fourth of six children of a customs officer, Adolf Hitler, 1837 1903, and Rosa Pauls, 1860-1907. He received his primary education in his native town and secondary education in Linz. He lost his father from tuberculosis at age 13. His father Adolf Hitler, who wanted Hitler to become an officer because he was an artist, lost his mother at the age of 18, 1907. When he failed to complete his secondary education, he took to Vienna Fine Arts Academy exam, hoping to become an artist, but failed. In German history lessons, it's explained that the professor at the academy or Jewish and the first Hulk against the Jews occurs here. According to another thesis, the doctor who came to death of Hitler's mother was a Jew. Adolf Hitler blamed his Jewish physician for not being able to accept his mother's death. And according to many scientists, Hitler's grandmother is Jewish. That's why he burned all the birthplaces. In 1912, he came to Munich from Vienna. When World War I broke out in 1914, Hitler voluntarily entered the Bavarian army. After the German defeat, he joined a secret party called Hitler, his friend the engineer Feder, and the German Workers' Party, which was founded by six people and soon became the head of this organization. He changed his name to NSDAP, National Socialist Deutsche Arbeiterpartei, National Socialist German Workers' Party, and increased his influence. They were given the name Nazi briefly. They gave him the nickname Führer, which means supporters guys. The party has prepared a 25-item program. The first article of this program was to free Germany from the cynicism of Versailles. German citizenship is only one of the basic principles of the program, which will have to be devoted to those carrying German blood. At the same time, the capitalization of big capital also consists one of the principles of the program. He was publishing pro-Voltaire bio-bachelor. Joseph Goebbels has made this newspaper a complot party bulletin. He published articles in the newspaper his party's ideas. In 1924, he attempted to overthrow the government in Munich, but he failed. He was then sentenced to 10 months imprisoned, during which time he wrote his ideas in a book titled Mein Kampf. Nowadays, this book is trying to be banned because of causing anti-Semitism in Germany. Together with this book, he guided the new enterpriser. His party failed between 1924 and 1929. However, he could win more votes after the world economic crisis. 1929. In the 1930 elections, it was the second largest party after SPD with 18% of the vote. Hitler's votes came from more Protestants than the Catholics, more rural areas and towns than cities, and more middle and upper than workers. Adolf Hitler, who came to power with the election, soon gained the right to amend the constitution. He immediately banned other parties. Germany has created the job stay using the extreme no longer showing unemployment for war preparation. He built major highways across the country. It confronted Western European countries and Russia wide of this facility too. It was the most important factor determining the outcome of World War II. At the end of the war, Adolf Hitler, who saw the defeat of Germany, committed suicide with his wife Eva Braun on April 30, 1945 in Berlin. The bodies of Führer bunker garden were burned with gasoline. It's claimed that Hitler didn't want to be caught and exposed by the Soviet army. Before Hitler died, his real will is written. Political and special testaments. Hitler's political will is a cry of grief. According to that, Germany should never stop chasing Jews and Bolshevism, which are dangerous for all nations. The future of Germany is undisputed. Hitler argued that he was right to enter the war and blamed the cowardly generals for the default. In his past special will, he asked for the establishment of a museum in Linz. The city where he was born, with the works of art he collected all his life. He said that he left that all his personal possessions to the party if the party had not been left. In 1924, he attempted to overthrow the government in Munich, but he failed. He was then sentenced to 10 months imprisonment, during which time he wrote his ideas in a book titled Mein Kampf. Nowadays, this book is trying to be banned because of causing anti-Semitism in Germany. Together with this book, he guided the new enterprises. His party failed between 1924 and 1929. However, he could win more votes after the world economic crisis 1929. In the 1930 elections, it was the second largest party after SP, upper than workers. Adolf Hitler, who came, he immediately banned other parties. Germany has created the job stay using the extern no longer showing unemployment for war preparation. He built It confronted Western European countries and Russia, wiped off this facility too. It was the most important factor determining the outcome of World War II. At the end of Adolf Hitler, who saw the defeat of Germany, committed suicide with his wife Eva Braun on April 30, 1945 in Berlin. The bodies of former banker Garden were burnt with gasoline. It's claimed that Hitler didn't want to be caught and exposed to political and special movements. It's a cry of grief. According to that, Bolshevism, which are dangerous like Germany is Hitler rights will for the established of hadn't been left. Thank you for my watching. Please subscribe to thank you.